Welcome to Penang. The Pearl of the Orient is known for its food, culture, heritage, beaches, and more food. Just recently, Penang was ranked the most livable city in the country and also top 10 in all of Asia. So people come from all over the world and fall in love with everything here. But there's always two sides of a story. Seen as a land of opportunity, there are those who come here to work and earn a decent wage, but end up trapped in a system of injustice with no way out and no one to turn to.
Malaysia is labor dependent, foreign labor dependent. That means the migrant workers are involved in, we call them the 3Ds, dangerous, dirty, disgusting jobs that Malaysians really no longer want to be involved with. The migrant workers in Penang make up about 20% of the workforce. So that's very significant. So as you're going out and about anywhere, you can expect 1 out of every 4 workers to be a migrant worker. They're building our houses, they're building our highways, they're growing our food, they're preparing and serving our food, they're in our manufacturing, they're in our waste disposal. From every end, every sector of society, they're playing a very key role. Malaysia really cannot do without them, so they're absolutely essential to the Malaysian economy.
The drive for a migrant worker to come here is economic. So we've got migrants from Nepal, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Vietnam coming here, and we've got Malaysians going to Singapore, Australia, the US, or to Japan. It's just a circle of people going to different places, working different jobs, because they're at different levels of the economic hierarchy. For the ones who come here, the question is, how are they seen?
Pencuri lah. Dia tak dapat dah dikawal.
They came from other countries.
Very worried about safety. Kita bukan kita rasa kat negara sendiri tau.
Gejala-gejala yang tak sihat bawa kan.
Pembunuhan, rogol.
I'm quite disturbed by the number of workers that we have here.
Dia gaduh sesama sendiri. Dia hutang sana, hutang sini. Majikan tak bayar gaji. Dia balas, dendam. Dia bunuh. Bunuh pun terlibat warga negara asing.
When we talk about migrant workers, there are the documented ones and the undocumented ones. The problem is, a lot of the undocumented workers are coming from the documented workers.
Even if you have documentation, there are cases where police officers or Bela have torn the documentation straight away and take them into custody and say that you're an undocumented worker.
Since 2006, the recruitment of migrant workers has been largely done through outsourcing. And that's where the problem starts. Signing off with an agent, the migrant worker has absolutely no control over their lives anymore because everything is decided by their agent. Where they work, where they stay, how much they earn, how long they work, who they stay with, and in some cases, how much they eat.
Our employer have provided welfare facilities to the workers such as workers' quarters, eating facilities like a cafeteria here provided, the washroom, and then also the bathing facilities all given by the employer.
There is 4,000 Nepali in the one factory, but their hostel is one hall inside 700 people. They are sleeping there, they are eating there, they are throwing everything, gas, bicycle, and cooking, shower, everything is there.
A common practice is that local agents work with government agencies to receive migrant workers and then outsource them to hiring companies. Local agents also work with foreign agents from sending countries. So a migrant worker signs one contract with their foreign agent, and then they come to Malaysia and meet the local agent where they must sign another contract. Very often, the migrant workers do not understand the contents of this second contract because it's written in Bahasa Malaysia or English with no translation into their own language. Suddenly, they find themselves stuck in a situation that is totally different from what they were initially promised. This makes the migrant workers extremely vulnerable to exploitation.
So when they arrive in this country and then they were taken to that place, they suddenly find out that, or they suddenly feel that, hey, this is not where I can work, or this is not how I can live.
Now the agent is their employer, but they work on site 10 to 12 hours a day with someone else. So if anything happens at their workplace, they have no one to turn to. If they complain, the on-site boss can simply return them to the outsourcing agent because they're actually not their direct employer. And the outsourcing agent can actually choose if they can send them home or send them somewhere else.
Just 2 months ago, my friend and I had a medical checkup. We have gone through it before and we were cleared as healthy. But this time, my result came out negative. They failed my medical report and they want to send me back to Nepal. This is impossible because my body is strong and healthy. I am 23 years old and I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. The medical report cannot be given to me. It is with my boss, the agent. He told me, okay, you failed, you are ready to go, this date, pack your things, I'll come and pick you. This is very difficult for me. This happened because I asked for an increase in salary and boss does not agree. I've been working well for 2 years. My night allowance is 2 ringgit and 50 cents. I asked for an increase to 5 ringgit. They don't like those who speak up, and I was regarded as a leader of the group. So I will be sent back in 2 days.
बाट हैन जस्तै माथि 80 मा चाहिँ पकाएर आउँथ्यो कि त्यो त्यतिखेर चाहिँ यसो तान्नु पर्थ्यो यो चाहिँ सबै भाजेर जान्छ त्यतिखेर यस्तो पसिना पुरा कपडा थियो त्यतिखेर तान्नु पर्थ्यो
there is one chemical then 45 to 80 degrees hot then chemical coming then pull off with finger then all is like burning so very painful almost
त्यो खाना खाना हुँदैन थियो नुहाउनु हुँदैन
when he worked then when he came work finished and came cannot cook cannot eat cannot wash clothes
and that time I have to make request many times kindly boss I want to back in Nepal I cannot do but the boss cannot listen you should do your contact is straight here you die early I don't know you should do like this.
An important point to note here is that the labour law does not cover domestic workers that comes in here to Malaysia.
Unlike migrant workers working in other sectors that are protected under Malaysia's labour laws, those in domestic service are not actually considered workers. Domestic household service is not considered work.
So if you see the employers are now not obliged to provide them with 1 day off, to pay them OT, because they are not workers, so they don't come under this protection of workers.
I was recently speaking to a Cambodian maid who's from a very rural area in Cambodia, and she talked about the fact, I briefly caught her on the street while she was walking the dog. She's very fearful of being caught on camera. She said there's 5 cameras on every floor. It's a 3-story house. And so she's watched. She gets in trouble if she even talks to a neighbor while she's out walking the dog. She is not allowed outside of the house. She's there all the time. There is no one that she can see or go to if she's in danger, if she's treated in any way unfairly. This is a very difficult situation that, of course, makes these people extremely vulnerable to exploitation and abuse, and they need a special protection.
So really, they are painfully entangled in a situation that causes them to be exploited, ignored, feared, or blamed. They are not criminals. In fact, Statistics show that they cause the least crime in the state. So maybe we can rethink our perceptions towards them and even begin to consider how we can become a welcoming community to the migrant workers. There are opportunities available for you to be involved and trained in areas like advocacy and healthcare. More information could be found on this website, www.jumppenang.org. But hey, let's start small. Perhaps a simple smile when they serve your meals, or a thank you when paying your check. You may not be a lawyer or a doctor or an agent to change their lives, but you can change their day. And every good day can change their life.